We learned new details about what may have happened. 2 people, including an infant, are fighting for their lives in the hospital. CBS 2's Jessica Layton, live now in East Elmhurst, Queens, with this developing story. Jessica.
Christina Maurice, just an absolutely heartbreaking situation here all day and night. We've been watching as many family members just collapse in each other's arms, crying out in pain. All this grief compounded by the fact that all these investigators behind me think that this fire was set on purpose. Even the best of friends couldn't console the family in the street in front of their home where windows were blown out, exposing insulation and charred walls.
It's hard to speak to them in the condition they're in right now. Okay.
The fire at 4 o'clock in the afternoon killed 3 people, including a 6-year-old girl, and sent 2 people, including a baby boy, to a hospital that specializes in treating serious burns. Most of the victims from the same extended family, with some members visiting from the Dominican Republic.
I only saw a man on the floor. You could see the soles of his feet, and they were doing the chest compressions, very vigorously, and you could see that he wasn't responding. Then later on, we saw the white sheets come out.
Neighbors stared at 2349 93rd Street in disbelief, wishing they could have done more. Shayla Medina can't get the helpless screams of a mother out of her mind.
Why my baby? Why my baby? She was hysterical.
At the time, they didn't realize this neighborhood tragedy could turn out to be a case of arson.
It's quite unusual at that time in the afternoon to have a fire trap 5 occupants in a private dwelling.
The FDNY was here in force, along with the NYPD's real-time crime unit. Sources tell CBS 2 an accelerant was used to start and fuel the fire in the second-story kitchen, and may be the result of an ugly dispute between the tenant and homeowner. That suspect, that tenant, is among the dead. And just to recap, so we have the tenant who died, also a 72-year-old grandfather, and that 6-year-old little girl fighting for their life in the burn unit of a hospital tonight, a 42-year-old mother and her 10-month-old baby boy. We do know the smoke detectors inside that house were working because the FDNY says the person who called 911 heard the alarm. We're live in the East Elmhurst section of Queens tonight. Jessica Layton, CBS 2 News.